A lot of Minecraft starter bases look like this, and there's no problem with that. I love a good art. I reckon I can do better. In today's video, I'm going to try show you guys how to make a decent looking Minecraft starter base in a forest biome. So this is going to be pretty interesting, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of terraforming before the video started, and hopefully there's going to be enough space to help me build this build. So first things first, let's get into it with the first question. First of all, what block should you use? I personally think that something a lot like this works pretty well. Next up is where to really start with a build like this. And well, the way I find these is just to start placing blocks and see what your mind comes up with. So I had the idea of like a log cabin type build in my head, so that's what I was trying to go for this whole video, but I don't really know how successful it'll be. That's kind of why I'm just experimenting. Let's see. That's not going to be big enough, so let's just extend out a couple of blocks, and that seems just not perfect. So something around this size would be a decent sized start space, and it would also be a pretty decent first project. So first things first, you need to add an entrance by anchors. Gonna need a door, and next up you're going to just make it a bit more fancy, I guess. So something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably one block up further would probably look a lot better if you ask me. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So now I'm adding like logs at the corners, add a bit more like detail to the build instead of just making it just straight cobblestone the whole way, which could be good if you're building a castle, but not so good if you're building a log cabin. So next up, windows. So something a bit like this. I reckon 2 block high windows would look a bit better if you ask me, and some of that looks pretty good. I'm I'm pretty sure you can also see that I'm using stripped oak logs in the actual build itself. That's because I'm trying to make it just not straight oak planks, which I personally think doesn't look that good, if you ask me. But yeah, maybe that's just me. I don't know. So let's just do like yeah, that looks pretty flipping good. So let's add a couple more logs to the corners, and there we go. There's our entrance finished. So you'll see me like experimenting with certain block types throughout the video. Don't I personally just watch through a little bit further to see if that block actually stays, or if it's just something I'm just trying to experiment with. So if it's here, I'm not going to keep this one. So I really hope you didn't build this in survival mode. If you did, I'm sorry. Um, as you can see, I'm just gonna go like straight oak planks for the walls, just so I can get like a little bit here. So 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 as you can see, those oak planks there are going to be important for later. Do that is saying that's going to be important for later. So as you see, we've got straight oak planks here, which isn't going to be in the finished build. As you see, I'm adding some stripped logs for texture, which I think looks pretty damn nice. And don't worry, it's not going to look like this in the finished build. There are going to be some windows, and well, just kind of just do something similar to what I'm doing if you're trying to build this in survival mode. This should be theoretically possible in survival if you can spend like an hour grinding out materials and stuff. Which yeah, I mean, some of you guys might be coming in for like a first night house. This is not a first night solution. Something like a dirt hole in the ground while you're building this would be a pretty decent short-term solution, but this just looks a lot better if you ask me. Maybe that's because I'm just a creative builder, not really play survival much, but I reckon that's a decent starter base for a survival gameplay. It's like two high windows on either side to make it look symmetrical. I think it looks pretty nice, like something like that, to like break up the symmetry, like a 2 wide window to break up the symmetry. Do I do? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so something like that looks pretty damn cool. Um, This isn't really something I showed in the video, but I was struggling to think of ideas to do it for the roof, so I went online looking for inspiration. This is what I found. So next up is building the roof. Now this is honestly a bit that I reckon could just make or break a build. So I've done a little bit of building off camera to make it look a little bit nicer. So I've got like a little overhang now. So this is going to involve a lot of stone bricks. So I really hope you guys have either gone mining or are doing this in creative mode. I mean, you could do this pretty easy with this cobblestone, but it doesn't look as good. But let's just do something like that, and make a couple like windows in the top, like for the like roof. It's like stone there, a bit like more like there. Looks pretty nice. So this doesn't really look like too much right now, but in the finished build, it's going to look pretty nice. So another tip I want to give you guys if you're building this block is don't fill the roofing completely with stone bricks, as it will be textured later on in the video, and you're going to be left with a ton of stone bricks, which you're not going to know what to do with unless like building some sort of castle in the background, which I'm not. So I really hope you guys aren't building it just straight from cobblestone, stone bricks. So I'm gonna like do something like this to make a yeah, something like that. I really struggle to think of ideas for like how to build like the top section of the roof. So do I just do it straight flat here? What do I do? So I eventually decided on doing like straight flat across the front of the house, and then just building up a little bit further. And I reckon it turned out pretty nicely. Since I finished having a brain fart. So, like do that, and then just fill the rest of it in with stone, and like build the rest of it up with some stone brick stairs, which is not going to be solid stone brick stairs once it's finished. So because of some of the blocks I'm using, this is, I'm just going to reiterate, this is not a first night house. And just like that, we now have a finished exterior, more or less. And, well, never mind, it is a finished exterior. We're just going to do the exterior, do like the, like, roof, like, floor, I guess. I don't know. For, like, the, for the top floor slash loft slash attic, depending on where you live in the world. I don't know. So, gonna finish like building in some stairs and stuff. Then we're going to move on to the next part, which is probably one of my favorite parts. So we're going to chuck in some torches, because you do not want mobs to spawn in your house while you're building, especially if it's say like a creeper, which could potentially destroy hours of hard work. So so torches are a definite must while you're building. But then again, if you're here, you probably know that already. So as you can see, I'm just looking at some holes in the roof to add cobblestone stairs and smooth stone stairs into some, or just stone stairs. So as you can see, it's not gonna be just straight stone brick. So I really hope you guys didn't. I really hope you guys actually listened earlier and didn't do just straight stone brick. So something like that looks really nice, if you ask me. So knock a couple of holes in your roof, and place down some extra like blocks that look similar to like add texture and make the roof a little bit more interesting to look at. And with the roof finally done, we can now move on to one of my favourite parts of the build, which is, as soon as I've finished doing this little finishing touches, building the interior. Now you don't really have to go too crazy with an interior like I've done, but it does help to have some interior space in a star base. So first of all, you're gonna need to slice it up, as I mentioned earlier, and you're also kind of gonna need a door, so which would honestly help. And the floor would also kind of help as well, because you don't really want grass as a floor unless you want grass as a floor. So I'm gonna try. So does this work? It doesn't work. Okay. So what I'm going to do is make it pretty like interesting looking floor. And as I said earlier, you're gonna like see me like place down a ton of blocks. Don't just fill the entire don't just fill the entire floor with like logs like I'm about to do here. This is going to change. As you can see, I've got a load of different other blocks to like help break it up and make it a bit more interesting, because a lot of my houses in survival mode just have like one block floor, which is alright, but it does get boring after a while. So that's what I'm doing, a bit of a mixed up flooring to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm just breaking away some of these oak logs in any random pattern will do, and all you really need to do is just fill in the gaps with blocks you've chosen. So I've first gone for stripped oak logs, birch planks, and stripped birch logs in loads of different random patterns, and that looks pretty. That looks very nice. So you're also going to need the essentials, so storage, furnaces, crafting tables, campfire, which I'm going to add in a little bit, and now chests or barrels. Think I might go for barrels. Going to need to place down a ton of the essentials because they're essential. As if that wasn't obvious. So I think I'm planning on like having like So would this look right, or does it look too far? That looks too far forward. Looks too far back. Of course, it's gonna be in the middle. I'm going to get the right depth. So that looks pretty nice. We're gonna like add some stairs there to make it look a bit more like rounded off and do something like that. And then so that's pretty good. So the bit I'm about to do here isn't really essential. The chimney is, because it actually makes the base a lot nicer, and I forgot to add one when I was doing the exterior of the build. So hay blocks will also make the smoke go a bit higher, which is pretty essential for a chimney, if you ask me, in a Minecraft build. So and and if you don't have 9 wheat you can spare for a hay bale, don't worry, it's not essential. It just makes it look a lot nicer in my opinion, and you might need another campfire. So so I think we're going like a couple of stairs like round the chimney off, and then mine down one. That looks pretty flipping nice. I like that. And let's go back inside and add like a little bit that isn't really essential, but I think looks pretty nice. So put a couple of paintings down. So for instance, this one. I'll just put down a load of random paintings. You've got to have all of the villages, and I have that as well. And I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just randomly adding stuff now because I don't know what else to add. So I'm guessing adding like a little like lowered seating area, I guess. You could also like hide some storage down here if you're playing on a multiplayer server, but I didn't add this because I'm a bot. So you could potentially add some storage down there if you wanted to. So I had some fences to make like a little fire guard, because why flipping not? And now we're going to do not really much with it upstairs. We're just going to really just put down a bed, some barrels, make it a bit fancy. Why not? And I mean, you guys don't really have to do an interior as boring as that, but it helps. And after around an hour of building, we've finally got a good looking starter base in a forest biome. So I personally really like how this turned out, but I don't really see what could really be improved. So that's why I'm kind of ending the build here. So if you look inside, we've got like a bit of I don't really know what I was really trying to do in here, but I think it works as a starter base. And as I said earlier, this is not a night one house. I didn't intend it for it to be a night one house. Floor could mean kind of forgot to add carpet in when recording this, but yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure, and you guys want to see more, then hit like and subscribe. It's free, easy to do, and helps me out a ton. Anyway, until next time, peace out.